live. Hey, talking to you here from the Evergreen Queen, my beloved camper van, in all of her cluttered glory. And sorry, I'm just getting a piece of lettuce out of my teeth. You needed to know that. So yes, live here in Evergreen Queen camper van here in Slab City, California. Today I am officially starting my indefinite challenge. This is not a diet fad, folks. This is a lifestyle that I have been wanting to get back to for many years now, but haven't successfully done so until very recently. And that is getting back to a raw whole foods diet. So I don't mean raw meat, I mean raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, and seeds, with some fish, such as especially salmon and mackerel. Actually have recently gotten back into eating mackerel, which is a great source of omega-3s. I actually like canned mackerel better than I do canned salmon. And I've been able to find it at Walmart as of late, which is exciting. So I want to show you what I'm eating today on my official first day of my whole raw fruits and veggies, nuts, grains, seeds diet. I'll probably just call it the Whole Foods diet. You know, it kind of reminds me of the Whole Foods grocery store, which there's a joke about that. Some of you have probably heard Whole Foods, whole paycheck. No, for this healthy eating lifestyle, I am shopping very reasonably at places like Walmart and grocery outlet. I get most of my groceries actually at, I think these are bad. Darn it. These are garbanzo beans. I let them sit too long in the fridge. I recently got a Beaver 12-volt refrigerator, which I will show you in a moment. So, a little bit of story time. Back in the early 2000s, I was in my late 20s and I was having digestive issues. I was having constant and continual constipation. Just eating an average American diet loaded with preservatives, eating out of bags and cans, and I didn't know how to eat because I had never been taught. Most of us in America eat what's called a SAD diet, or standard American diet, where, you know, we eat foods that are quick and easy, but unfortunately laden with things that are now proven by science to be poisonous to our body. Things that cause inflammation, that feed things like autoimmune disease, things that feed disease, such as refined flours, sugar, which is extremely addictive, like drugs, causes inflammation in the body. Refined oils. These are things that alter nature's foods, and the body doesn't like. And even if you're not paying for it now, and you know, over time and distance, it will catch up. Well, it was catching up to me in my late 20s. I was 26 years old, having a hard time moving my bowels. So at the time I was working at a private Christian school. I'm no longer affiliated with Christianity. I've left all organized religion. It's not for me. I'm on a path of spirituality. I found myself through van life. But at the time, I was, working full-time at a Christian school and experiencing poor health. So there was a man named Don Tolman. You can actually find him on YouTube. He looks like a cowboy with a black mustache. He's now retired, but he used to be a speaker teaching people basically how to eat. I had to learn how to eat. And so he used to run seminars, whole food seminars. He's known today as the whole food medicine cowboy or something like that. But check out his YouTube channel. He's really a very riveting teacher. So, wow, my glasses are clear. I can really see you now. So he taught us about eating from nature's table. It's really very simple principles. He taught 5 main principles. They are drinking a half a gallon of water a day, getting at least, I think it was 20 minutes of sunlight on your body per day, getting out into sunshine, exercise, eating whole raw foods. When I say raw, I mean raw fruits and vegetables, nuts, grains, and seeds, and healthy relationships. So really, really simple 5. And it changed my life. So I started eating this way, eating from nature's table, eating food in its unadulterated form. And not only did I start to move my bowels again, but I lost weight. I dropped down from like 150 pounds to 110 pounds. I also incorporated intermittent fasting, which I do to this day, except now, instead of fasting for like whole day, like an entire day, I'll like fast until noon or 3 o'clock, have one main meal, and then that gets me through the rest of the day. In years past, I would do seasonal fasting, as well as eating or fasting 1 day a week, usually on a Sunday or a Saturday. But I haven't resumed that. I may incorporate that with my whole food eating challenge, because fasting, what it does is it gives the body the opportunity to detox. Instead of putting all of its energy into digesting daily meals and snacks, it puts its energy into releasing toxins, which are very prevalent in our environment. The air we breathe is toxic. Unfortunately, you know, city water is chlorinated. That's toxic. You know, there's just a lot of toxic load from our very environment on our body. So it's really a good idea to fast once a week. And if you're not a seasoned faster, then you know, just start off with a half a day for a few weeks until your body builds fasting memory. So yeah, this really changed my life. And so today I'm starting this challenge. So here we have, I'll tell you what's in this salad. This is arugula, baby arugula, which is quite tasty. We have zucchini. We have shelled pistachios, low sodium. And I have kimchi, peppers, tomatoes, and then I also have 1 fried egg. So this is my main meal for the day. I may have a snack tonight, maybe like popcorn seasoned with a dusting of sea salt and nutritional yeast, and maybe some veggie butter. So yeah. Now I've decided I'm going to stay here in Slab City, in the Sonora Desert. I think, is it Sonoran or Sonora Desert? I think it's the Sonora Desert. So temperatures here can get upwards into the 120s in July and August. So I think a diet, you know, a healthy lifestyle, healthy eating lifestyle. Hi, 𝐜𝐡𝐢𝐬. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. Yeah, I'm learning a lot. This is my first summer here. So number one, I think, is diet, giving the body the proper nutrients that it needs to access. Because right now it's here. I can't look at the temperature because it's on my phone. But it's going to be 90 degrees today. Yesterday it was a high of like 92 degrees. So wearing a wet shirt and a wet towel, which I need to get shortly. Right now, I have a fan on, I have my back door open, I have my windows open, I have lots of ventilation. I also have some insulation. I have a thick foam core insulation. That's how I'm able to make it bearable right now. So yeah, and also fluids are critical. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking local town tap water. I prefer to drink the Walmart reverse osmosis, but my money went to food. So, and my body's been doing pretty well with the local town water. I add maybe a quarter cup of lemon juice, an 1/8 of a teaspoon of Himalayan pink sea salt. Oops. Morton's has a great Himalayan pink sea salt, so I use that. And then I add raw honey, and then I shake it in this stainless steel tall cup. There's a guy here in Slab City that fills our tanks. So I think it's $50 a tank. And a tank will last, I guess, several months. So yeah, I'm just really excited to share this challenge with you. If you're watching me here in Slab City, join the challenge. Feed your body superb fuel. Now, hi Chris, welcome. Nice to see you on this live stream. Now, I do have a refrigerator, which is really important for this. And as it gets into the 120s here in Slab City, it's going to get challenging keeping my food cool. So we'll get to that bridge. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There we go. Kimchi. Kimchi is great for probiotics. The raw honey, there are a multiplicity of benefits for raw honey. The enzymes, which are usually killed in the processing, are really important for the body. It gives it, I think, antioxidants, help battle illness. It helps prevent illness. And then every vegetable, if you've ever heard of the doctrine of signatures. So if you slice open a tomato, it looks like a heart. And lo and behold, science has proven that tomatoes are great for the heart. Slice open a carrot, what does it look like? You know, an eye. And lo and behold, science has proven that carrots are great for the eyes. Eggs are also great for omega-3s, I learned recently. cage-free eggs are best, but the ones in the supermarket can be questionable. I do know that the brighter the yolk, the brighter orange, the healthier the eggs. All right, let's look at my refrigerator. Oh, hang on. I want this to turn around. For some reason, it won't turn around. Wow, that's so crazy. All right, folks, so it looks like I'm going to have to flip the camera around manually. I was in the eastern Sierra, California, basically Central California on the eastern side. All right, will it let me flip the camera? Wow, okay. All right, there's my fridge, folks. So this is it. Those are the digital part of it. So I'm a little bit disappointed that this fridge doesn't allow me to change the temperature easily. I'm supposed to press this button here and push the arrow down, and nothing happens right now. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But it is a Weaver. See that? The Weaver. Tough tools, half price. So there's more of an economy fridge. So that is a key tool right now for helping me carry raw fruits and vegetables. So through the years, I have kind of gone in and out of eating this way. I mean, I've slipped into bad habits again. When I was living with a partner, he and I were slipping into really bad habits, and we were eating processed pizzas like several times a week and eating lots of refined flour, and I slipped back into eating gluten and dairy again. I was feeling miserable, and I was getting arthritis pain. Okay, now no arthritis pain whatsoever. I healed my knee, which I had fallen on last year, and I had intense swelling for several months. So I changed my diet to this whole foods diet and was able to get rid of the inflammation. I do. I like it here in Slab City. This is my new chosen family. I have officially left society. I will eat albacore tuna, mackerel, grass-fed burger, and hormone and antibiotic-free chicken, free range. So I will be carefully reading my labels, but mostly fruit, raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, and seeds will be the bulk of my diet, with minimal fish. I do eat a lot of eggs. I like to eat like 2 eggs a day. So 𝐜𝐡𝐤𝐝, I hear you. I know. I've been there. You know, all I can say is just make a decision for yourself. There's a saying I recently came across. Nothing tastes, how'd it go? Nothing tastes better than good health. Nothing, that doesn't sound right. There's nothing, basically what it's saying is eating the wrong foods, such as processed foods, it will, you know, it'll diminish your health. You won't feel as good. So nothing is starting today with fasting. Rock on. And then when you're fasting, I used to drink a whole gallon of water a day. Add your electrolytes in. Per gallon, I think it would be a half a teaspoon of the Himalayan pink sea salt, 1 tablespoon of the raw honey, mixed with, I'd say, a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, raw lemon juice. Here's what I use for raw lemon juice. Santa Cruz organic. This is 100% lemon juice, no preservatives except for the lemon juice itself. And it's organic lemon juice. Why in creation do they add preservatives to lemon juice when it can preserve itself is beyond me. Right, yeah. And so the lemon juice will help detox. The Himalayan pink sea salt gives you your electrolytes along with the lemon juice, and then the honey as well helps with the electrolytes as well too. Thank you. And always back up what I say. I'm not a doctor. I just have a lot of experience, and I have done my own research. Do your homework too. But I can recommend 2 doctors that you can start looking up their blog articles about health and nutrition. Are Dr. Josh Axe, just Axe is A-X-E, Dr. Andrew Weil. Both of them have a really good handle on Eastern and Western medicine, which, in my very strong opinion, I believe that doctors need both wisdom. They need, the cut and burn knowledge that Western medicine brings, but they also need the ancient wisdom of Eastern medicine, like the Ayurvedic practices of ancient India that are still used today, tried and true. Chinese medicine is pretty incredible too. So why Western medicine throws out ancient wisdom? Well, look around. The Western world is doing a lot to destroy a lot, of the planet. It's a very aggressive energy. And that's a big reason why I moved to Slab City. I'm done with that. I am sick and tired and way over what my society is doing to our planet, including me. If I could, I would live with Native American tribes that are living in harmony with the earth. But the poor Native Americans, they're stuck on reservations, and they're out of touch with their ancient ways too, and fighting to remember and be taught that from the older generations that still have that wisdom. So they're very fragmented too from what our culture has done to them. But if I had my way, I would live among Native Americans, learn their ancient ways, learn the plant medicines, learn how to build from natural materials, learn to live in harmony with the earth. Right now, the best I can do is run away to Slab City, where people squat on public land here, somehow miraculously, without, it's miraculous that this place exists still, without the government shutting it down. Knock on wood. Here, knock on the wicker, that we can keep going, The next step up from this, in my opinion, is living out of a vehicle. Right, Nakyo? Yeah, there are indigenous people on all continents, and all of them are under immense pressure from modern culture. And I get it. You know, humanity's always evolving. We're in the digital age. But we're forgetting about the very earth that we live on. You know, we're raping her. We're yanking resources out of her like at an alarming rates. And our populations are swelling. You know, we're 8 billion plus and climbing. I'm all for abundance and, you know, procreation, but, you know, we need to manage our resources better globally. You know, a few individuals, you know, such as people here in Slab City can make a world of a difference. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to change Slab City. I'm here to just be the change I want to be. So Slab City is an anarchist community. There's no central government, yet they work harmoniously to protect the city. It's pretty incredible. And I'm here to help, not change. I'm here to be the change for myself, and to help my community here. I know, 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐽, it's scary, because that doesn't really work. Not while we're here on this planet. Mother Earth has been very generous and extremely patient with us, her children. George Carlin said it hilariously. I forget which stand-up it was, but he said, when Mother Earth has had enough of us, she'll just shake us off like a bad case of fleas. I was like, wow, that gives quite a picture. Welcome, raw ostrich. I see your laughing face there. That must be from the George Carlin comment there. I want to invite you folks to join my coffee community. Coffee is the equivalent of Patreon, where you're invited to support this channel, my van life, my life here in Slab City. You can join a membership or do a one-time donation. All proceeds go to like things like gas, and I need to do repairs on the van. I have to do front end work. I'm trying to find somebody local that will not gouge me, but do the work reasonably. So a quote I got was $1,200, so I need to raise at least that much money, hopefully less. But at this point, that was the cheapest I could get. So I need front end alignment work. It's ball bearings and the wheels are wearing out. The rod between the wheels is worn out with the joints, the pitman. I need new shocks. So yeah. So proceeds would go towards that. I'm trying to raise money to help with that right now. So the link is in the description to my coffee community. It's KO/FI. It looks like Kofi, but it's pronounced coffee. So I did this diet, the Whole Foods diet, for 3 years. And it absolutely changed my life. And I'm looking to do that here. My big motivation right now is to give my body the nutrients that it needs to get through the summer, to acclimate to the heat that's coming. Today it's 90 degrees. Usually I run from 90 degrees. Usually I turn the key once it's in the upper 80s and I climb an elevation. But here in Slab City, the elevation is like 400 feet plus, a little bit over than that. And there's no turning the key for me. So I need to find a way. So I'll be, I'm gonna paint the van with a special UV protection. It's white. So in fact, when I'm done with this live stream and my meal, I'm gonna go to the store and get a $30 can of paint. So, you know, contributions can go towards that as well. So I think I'm gonna get 2 gallons of that, and I wanna put 4 coats on top of the roof of the van. My friend Dot, I'm feeling the ceiling. Because it's windy out today, it doesn't feel as hot as it could be. But when the sun is beating down, even with 1.5 inches of foam core, it gets hot. Like it can get hot feeling. But with this UV protective paint, I should notice an even bigger difference. Very similarly to if I were sitting under shade. Eventually I want to put in 4 posts and put a big shade cloth over the van, and then on the northern exposure of the van, so it can be completely in the shade. But for now, I'll paint it and try to rustle up a shade cloth and attach it to my. I only have fans. That fan right there is a Max Air fan, and I also got some USB charge fans. One's charging right now. I'll show it to you. It's hanging from the ceiling there. So I got 2 of those, plus I got another fan just for my computer. I may not be working online during the day, during the hottest parts of the day. I may have to sleep during the day and work at night. Yeah, like a swamp cooler, 𝐬𝐡𝐢𝐬. I did get a swamp cooler once. It was a beast. I had to put it in the doorway of the van. When I had a dog, Rochelle, it was like 96 degrees in Douglas, Arizona. So I bought one from Walmart, but then I had to keep filling it with gallons of water. They use a lot of water. So here's what I did yesterday. I dipped this towel in water and I wrapped it around my neck. And it was amazing. And then I dunked my shirt in water and it stayed wet for about an hour. Now granted, this is 92 degrees. The towel stayed wet for 2 hours. Now when it's 120 degrees, I'd probably have to wet it every 15 minutes or half hour. And also putting a wet towel on my head. So I learned to build up heat tolerance in Ridgecrest, California, which is at 2,000 feet elevation. That's a good question, 𝐬𝐡𝐢𝐬. I haven't tried that. A misting fan would be great, except they probably won't last through the summer, and I don't want to just throw money at a misting fan. The high-end misting fans cost like hundreds, like $400, and I'm like, I can't do that right now. So wearing wet clothes, a wet towel, having fans, being in the shade are where it's at for me right now, and eating like this and drinking my electrolyte drink. Yeah, no AC. fans, shade, and wet clothes and wet towels. For now, there's room for growth. Slab City residents do not recommend first-time visitors coming in the summer. Don't do it. I've been here for 3 months. And so during that time, what they suggest doing is coming like at least a few months before to get ready for summer. So I've been doing that. I've been slowly preparing for summer. So I found some shade cloths, I found help, I found a camp, things like that. It just takes time to get established here. And also, you know, you want to get to know people before you're just thrown into summer mode. You want to know who your friends are, who your allies are, because it can get downright dangerous here in the summer. So please do not come here. Wait until fall. The earliest people start coming is around October. The end of October, I think, is the sweet spot. Actually, mid-November is the sweet spot. That's when temperatures get down into the 80s. In October, you're still going to get temperatures in the hundreds, but not 120. Maybe on a rare day you might, but I don't think so. And that's your chance to get to know slabbers, find your camp, start building out your shade area, assembling materials. Yeah. I say that out of love. I want to talk about the dressing I used. I know, the print is backwards. This is 𝐜𝐴. Unfiltered. Yeah, I would say it's risky to come now. You know, if you're able to travel, like climb an elevation, you know, depending where you are, just get up in elevation to get out of the heat. Use places like freecampsites.net. I mean, I assume you'd be traveling like in an RV or vehicle of choice, or tent camping. Just get up and start getting up in elevation. This is extra virgin olive oil, first cold press, organic. And then I used white vinegar, like 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon, and then organic flaxseed oil. So together with the vinegar, it makes for a really great dressing. And I'm not relying on heavily processed salad dressings that you get typically at the grocery store. I mean, there are some companies that have some pretty wholesome, righteous ingredients in their salad dressing. You just have to flip over the label and read it carefully. Oh, okay. So you're on foot? You'd be living out of a backpack? I was considering doing that myself. But then you got to invest in the gear. You need good gear. I got part of my gear, but now that I want to be here in Slab City, my resources have to go into the van. Do you have experience with tent camping? 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬, I'm asking you that. I have backpacking experience. But I've only done it like a handful of times, which is better than nothing. But I don't have long-term backpacking experience where I'm literally living out of a backpack. That's what I'm talking I'd like to do one day, eventually. Probably not this year. I really did want to do that this year. So this year what I'm going to do is focus on my healthy eating and growing my online business and helping out here in Slab City. Youngest solo resident, but knowledgeable people like you there give me a bit of hope. Well, that sounds like a really challenging circumstance. That's all I can say. Because I don't want to. Yeah, that sounds really challenging. Be safe and follow your gut. Now, I've been looking for YouTubers that are living out of their backpack, and they're kind of hard to find. Have you found anybody, 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐬? I mean, I have found part-time backpackers, like people that have day jobs, but then just go backpacking on the weekend. I did actually find one homeless guy, just Jeremiah's journey. He was living out of a backpack. Technically homeless, but smart guy, scuba diver. I know, like, I wanted to find really high quality backpacking gear. And then you have, things wear out. I was thinking of going to a used gear place. REI has used gear exchanges. I've gotten a lot of things from them, like my Osprey day pack, which I use to carry water and, snacks, a bar of soap for when I go to the hot spring. Yeah, I started doing a lot of research online about getting good quality, affordable backpacking gear. And I actually did start ordering some things. I'll show you one thing that I did get. I already have a red, which is not my favorite color for backpacking. I don't know what I was thinking. Red just screams, here I am, black would have been better. I might trade it out or sell it or something. It's brand new. Anyway, I have a red Osprey backpack. I think it holds like 60 pounds of gear. I didn't get my tent, but I do have one on standby. It's a high quality tent for like under $200, I think. Forget the brand. All right, let me show you the one thing I did order. This is a military grade mat, and I've tested it out, and it's really great. It's super lightweight. It's called Fox Outdoor. It's important to have a good sleeping mat. So this I could just connect to my backpack. Backpackers are funny. They have their own language. So this is part of my sleeping system. It's a sleeping system. It's not sleeping gear, it's a sleeping system. Here, let me roll it out. One thing I don't like is I wish these were attached to the, so, you know, so that I don't lose them. But here we go. And then it folds up real nice and easy. I prefer that to the ones that you have to roll, because I never seem to be able to get the roll up ones tight enough. So being that it's an accordion will save on that issue. So I got this on eBay for 47 bucks, which I'd say that's kind of average, maybe a little bit more pricey, but I felt it was well worth it. And it has like these little ball-y things. Yeah, they are. These little ball-y things, like how they're scattered throughout, so it just helps support your body more. I laid on it for I don't know, like 15 minutes to test it out, and it was very comfortable. I also found a tent on the side of the road. It was just a tiny tent, already like had the poles in them, like around these round loops. So I literally pick it up and plop it on the ground and set up. I just leave it that way, and then it folds in half. And it's set up now actually for summer sleeping, because soon it's probably gonna get too hot to sleep in the van. So yeah, it's good to have an outdoor sleeping solution, which thankfully I do, and it's under a tree. It's a palo birdie tree. So that will help tremendously. Oh, and I wanted to show you this gadget. This plops down over my food, because right now the flies are kind of getting out of hand. Let me show you what it looks like. So my plate's there. The flies are trying to land on the plate, and I want to lick my plate clean. Do I prefer to sleep in a tent when it gets hot? I mean, I prefer to sleep in the van, but if I can't get it cool enough, then tent sleeping's fine. I don't mind. Like, I'm considering living out of a backpack, so I just create the mindset that I'm okay with it. Honestly, being in the van is very comfortable and cushy. I've got a comfortable bed. Like, I found the cushions of this bed. Those are upholstery grade cushions they're couch cushions. I found them laying in the desert. So I collected the cushions, I laundered the coverings, put them back in the coverings, and then put them inside of a long piece of fabric, zipped them up so that they don't come apart. But they're actually, there's 3 single cushions that I had to stuff inside of a one-piece zipper material. Well, thank you so much for joining me live. Go ahead and check out my Ko-fi community if you want to join my community for, you know, a monthly contribution or one-time donation. This helps keep this channel and my travels going and my life here in Slab City going, and helps me keep my video gear up as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.